How you guys feeling about the Verzuz battle now that you've had quite a while to reflect on it?
Shouts to the LOX, man. The LOX came very prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And they had all the P's in order, you dig?
Right.
What more could we say?
That was a mind-blowing thing for me to see. Like, a lot of people on Twitter, like, seeming like they were just figuring out now that Jadakiss is an elite rapper and that they're all fucking elite rappers.
Not just a rapper. He's an entertainer and a performer.
Right.
Way different than just a rapper.
But he's just, I really feel like he never got as much credit as he deserves throughout his career. So it's nice in that moment to see him actually getting that credit.
And more than anything, respectfully, and so much Johnny respect us for is like, more than anything, I'm happy we got to do that for them too.
Right.
In hindsight, you know what I'm saying? Pete, just as much as, because Pete, you know, you just as much as you can't give us more, you can't take nothing away from us. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I feel like that night, you know, they came well prepared. They got the best of that night, and it got to put a light on them that
when it's your time to shine,
they should have always had, just like what you said with Jada. He's always been, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it got to a point to where certain younger generation might not have been as hip as they might have been to us, and you know, they definitely. So I'm happy they got that. Like I fuck with them. Shout out to Jada and this coffee thing he doing too. They got the family business, Kiss Cafe, supporting everything.
Pharmacy for life. Styles P got pharmacy for life.
Styles P, yeah.
He be sending me my pack of pills. He be having the sea moss in there. Be having all type of things and the vitamins and shit like that. So I take those every day, man. So shouts to them guys.
I feel like with that Verzuz, it kind of like they flipped the script because prior to that, motherfuckers weren't doing full-on performances.
I'm ready to kill somebody though for a little redemption though, just in case. Anybody for the kill, man.
Who you looking at?
Ooh.
Who you looking at?
It don't matter. It ain't even about who I ain't never looking.
Wasn't they talking about men? Wasn't they talking about Bleak?
Like I said, I ain't never looking for nobody.
They was talking about Bleak.
But anybody could get killed, you know. You know what I mean?
Lyrically.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I can't
talking about verses.
I can't say.
Talking about verses. What else would I be? You know what I'm saying?
I can't say
you just said it so convincing.
That night was an extraordinary night. Like that type of energy I haven't seen in the city since the tunnel was open. I know not too many people have experienced the energy of the tunnel, but that was like what the tunnel felt like on the night that Rockefeller was coming and.
Yeah, I'm happy
the
we
club
could
sold
do that
out
for
at
hip-hop,
11
man.
o'clock. That shit was a different type of feeling. So,
have you talked to Cam since then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You did another
Cam.
interview where you said you hadn't talked to him for a while after that. So.
Shit, I haven't, but I hadn't, and then I should. You know, shit, we be doing shit. What I got to talk to Cam every day and shit like that. That's my brother, nonetheless, of what goes on. But he be doing shit, I be doing shit. We all be doing shit. You know what I mean? Me and Juelz are very close though, so you know how shit happens. You got brothers, right? You got brothers?
Emotion.
No.
All right, so you wouldn't know how I feel.
Well, not literal brothers.
That's your brother right there though.
Newfound brother,
Now,
I guess you could say. Yeah.
Now.
Shit happens.
No new friends. So I'm making new friends all the time. What's going on?
Hey man, you be surprised who become here. You can't.
Nothing wrong with new friends.
I believe that's one of those phrases that are like, you know, overrated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds good. It's
Right.
a phrase. You got a lot of
You
phrases.
don't want to be closed
Yo, you
off.
got a lot of phrases that sound good. And they're cool to saying songs and, you know, let's be cool with that. It's just like certain songs
My
it's
day
cool to
ones,
say.
yeah, I got some
Like
friends
when Little
that I
Kim
got
used
from
to
back
say all
in the
that
day,
wild
but
freaky shit, and then when niggas approach y'all on some wild freaky shit, niggas ain't wild freaky no
Right.
more. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like you know, girl, they be in the club like, do this, that, and the third, and do this, that, and the third. Back in, you be like, they be like, yo, my nigga, where you? You know what I'm saying?
Go with you.
Yo,
I mean,
I'm just saying, like,
a lot
so,
of your friends from back in the day don't end up being very good friends. As you get older,
That's
you
what I'm
just
trying-
kind of realize,
I'm
like,
just making
yeah, how long you know somebody is not the
theories are
most
just
important
like
thing,
theories,
right?
man.
No, but there are some people that you have long-lasting relationships from
Right.
back in the day. But for the most part, people that you meet throughout your lifetime might help you way more than people that you've known for your whole life, if that makes sense.
Juelz, was there ever a moment where when you listened to Diplomatic Immunity and you heard that skit where Freaky Zeke called you like a doo-doo stained midget, big head? Was there like a moment where you were like, maybe that was too much?
Nah, it ain't never too much for Zeke.
Zeke Wild,
And
huh?
Zeke is
I mean, just midget doo-doo stain. I was like, damn, that sounds crazy in retrospect.
At that time,
I'd
I'd have felt more crazier trying to tell Zeke to change it at that time. Like,
Hey, we be getting at each other like that though over here, right?
You cool with it, Zeke? I'm cool.
That was
with it.
warranted at the time. That was
what Khaled
welcome.
said, what Drake like I like, what Zeke like I like. At that time, though.
Right.
He said no.
We could imagine what he
Zeke was
said
on his
before we
crazy.
took that take. That just was one of many takes.
Right. What has to happen for like Take 'Em to Church to be on streaming services?
For real.
Take him to church or On My Way to Church.
Oh yeah. That's it. The first album.
Oh shit! I wouldn't. I couldn't answer that right now. I could ask my lawyer about that shit in the morning.
Right. There's a lot of stuff, like a lot of classic mixtape stuff. Because like me and my girl went and saw Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden, and I was like, damn, there are multiple Dipset records I remember that had fire Billy Joel samples that I wanted to revisit after that. But they're all just on YouTube.
That was the problem. They were samples, and that was how a lot of our mixtapes were created. A lot of the records that we wanted to use were records that we couldn't get cleared. So
You ought to know by now.
We built this city.
we just went.
But that one got cleared.
But that's so
that was
fire,
later
though.
on, yeah.
Right.
That was on the album actually and shit like that. That was one of the early records that kind of gave us our sound. Besides all the heat maker records that we were doing, We Built the City was a dope record.
And beyond that, the legendary freestyles, that Hot 97 freestyle over the I Really Mean It.
I miss that era.
That's probably my favorite freestyle of all time. Like no cap, like to this day.
Shit,
To this day, all of y'all went crazy.
Cam was very strict about making sure everybody had their bars together back then and shit like that. I can't attribute
Cam
him
was
to that.
militant. Cam definitely was militant in that. And
I just was starting out, so it was like school to me and shit like that.
We just have to make sure that
I was lazy.
all those classic
Didn't
mixtape
sound
joints, they just can't be lost to time. We got to make sure that all that shit's properly archived. At least it doesn't seem like it gets taken off YouTube. So
I would literally I would visit New York. I'm from here. I'll go out to New York, and my primary purpose of a visit be like, I'm going to St. Nick's and 1-8 Deuce, copping the motherfucking Dipset tapes. Like literally, like that shit was my religion.
Yeah. The game seemed just so much. I mean,
It was
we
different
talking,
back
we
then,
like,
the
man,
feeling.
we was doing this shit now. Imagine the shit that we was doing back in the days if we was doing now. It'd be like just so crazy. Like with the internet, I'm just trying to think of how things would have transpired different, whether it was for the better or for the worse of.
I think y'all would have
You know what I'm
been
saying?
even
Oh,
crazy
no, we would've-
bigger.
that's for sure.
Because of
That's for sure. We would have been.
aesthetic?
We would have been, but then there's some things you got some things that we did
We
that would have
would've
got.
been.
You know what I mean? We would have definitely
we-
been on the
we
cancel
would've-
block a lot
we
of
would've-
times.
we
We would have
would've
been on the
been.
cancel chopping block a lot of times.
we
For a lot of
would've
shit
been.
we did.
you used to make money off MySpace?
Huh?
Would
You
have
make any
been.
money off MySpace back in the day? Because that kind of overlapped, right?
No,
you
we
weren't?
wasn't into MySpace.
I came in on the Instagram wave.
Yeah, I ain't really was a
I ain't even do-
was
what was
a
after- I ain't even do
MySpace
Facebook.
type of guy. We was moving too fast for MySpace.
I
Right.
started doing Facebook as I had Instagram just because it was I kind of linked it to my
Yeah, I
Instagram
started
and
with
shit
like Twitter and shit like that.
No, I
wasn't
started
into-
Twitter first. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Twitter
I
was
wasn't
the first one I
into
started.
none of
I
that.
got a lot of good emo
Oh,
pussy on
and-
I met my
MySpace.
wife. I met my wife on
And
Twitter.
the two way page before that was probably
Shout out to my wife.
But that's
I
crazy.
met my wife on Twitter.
Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K. Yeah.